And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, dogs and cats, islands, zebras, gypsies, and fairies. Did you understand what I said? Sorry there's no light on because if I do this... Oh, is it going to work? No, see? So I made this. Now, I shouldn't say I made it, I should say we made it, because without my beautiful girlfriend that's in the room right over there, I wouldn't be making any of this stuff. I can't thread the needle very well, you know, and it's not just threading the needle. She knows about stitches, you know, what the different types of stitches, what stitch you should use, and all that kind of stuff. So I'm learning a lot from her, that's for sure. And she's beautiful as well, beautiful and smart, and she knows how to do this stuff. And she's willing to help and help me and teach me, and I appreciate that. Now this, oops, yeah, you can't see it when it's. You don't want to see my underarms, do you? This, do you know what's in it? I know what's in it, but do you know what's in it? Well, I already know what's in it, so I don't have to answer the question about what's in it. But you have to tell me what's in it. Okay, I'll stop that. There is salt in here. I didn't measure it. I just poured some salt in. We buy sea salt. This is the finer ground sea salt. This is for trekking. This is just a piece of scrap linen that I used, and the tie that I used is also linen. Doesn't have to be that long, I guess, but I didn't know how long I was going to need it. Now they have not. This is catnip, but I just don't want them to come running in here after this. But they have glass vials about this size with cork tops, and eventually I want to buy some, and I'll put seasoning in there, especially things like cayenne chili. Why would I want cayenne chili in here instead of in a bag? Because in a vial, a glass and cork vial, which again this is not, this is all plastic, and it's catnip. What was it that I did not all that long ago? I was cooking something, and I somehow touched my eye after I had put my hands in the cayenne chili powder, and it took a while for my eyes to stop burning. I mean, it was just one eye I think I got it in, but both eyes were burning because you get it in that part of your face. But if I put cayenne chili in a sack like this, it's gonna start coming through this really fine. And if I put it in a glass vial with a cork lid, cork top, cork stopper, whatever, then unless the cork stopper comes out, which it could, I'm probably not gonna have to worry about that. Now, I'm going to eventually. We don't have enough pepper right now for me to do it, but I'm going to make a container. Oh, I thought it was like a hair or something. That's just a crease in the. Anyway, pepper, ground black pepper. Like I said, the cayenne chili, cumano, chili powder, and I have the salt here. Also nutmeg, but I'm going to take whole nutmeg with me, and sugar. I need to make a container for sugar. thing is, I have to, or I don't have to, but it would be nice if I would, if I could somehow designate each bag as to what's in it. Like I could dye or somehow color this, or depending on the length or style of the tie. That's a way to figure out, what's in what bag. But this is salt. So like I said, ground black pepper, cayenne chili, ground, Kumano is cumin. So salt, pepper, Kumano, cumin, whatever, chili powder, and nutmeg and sugar. I think those are going to be the main food items. And on a trek, I mean, I'm not going to, it's doubtful that I will use very much. I don't use much salt to begin with. Thankfully, the beautiful girlfriend in there, if it bothers her, she has never said anything to me, because salt can really help bring the flavor out in food. But I have this, first of all, I have a heart condition. I have had a couple of heart attacks, and I don't need to be eating a lot of salt, period. So I've never really liked salt that much. I mean, I don't think you have to use very much for it to do its job. So, and if I'm on a trek, let's say I'm out for a week, it's 3:13 a.m. and what is somebody doing driving by? Especially where we live. Anyway, so let's see if I can get back to what I was saying, if I can remember where I was at. If I'm out for, let's just say 10 days. I'll never use all this in 10 days. So I guess I should be making smaller containers for my seasonings. Another thing I could do is I could write the letter of whatever, the first letter or the first two letters or first two or three letters of whatever is in a bag. I can just use a Sharpie for that. It's not going to be historically accurate, but hey, what can I say, right? It would work. At least I would know what, by just looking a quick glance, I would know what's in each bag. I don't know what she's going to do once I go on my first trek. That's elk right there. A short piece of leather thong. I was going to try and use. I was looking for see if I had another piece that was longer than this, but you know what? That leather thong is just long enough to use too. So anyway, Maggie, look on this. Look at the TV. Look at this, the monitor. That's you, meow. She said, I don't want to be picked up. You know how I feel about that, Daddy. Yep, there she goes. But when she wants attention, she demands it. So, but when she doesn't want it, she runs the house. Anyway, the nutmeg, I don't know how I would carry the nutmeg, because the nutmeg is a whole seed, and I would grind it as I needed it. I've used it here at the house, and basically I've just taken a knife and just kind of shaved it. Kind of shaved the nutmeg, the seed or whatever, pod. It's not a pod because there'd be things in it. But anyway, so thank you, John Townsend over at Townsend's, formerly James Townsend and Son, for the whole nutmeg thing. I'm not sure I've ever really used nutmeg before. it's not something I would have thought of, but boy, it really does make things taste better. We use it on Irish toast. Okay, it's French toast. I can call it French toast. But Irish muffins, what some people refer to as English muffins, are actually Irish muffins. Why are they Irish muffins? Because I would rather call them that. With a last name like O'Connor, I mean, hey, I'm Irish, right? But, and here's one thing I plan on taking on a trek that is definitely not historically accurate, although it is on the large side. I could probably make a smaller kit out of what's in here. My late wife and I bought this, and I didn't look at the price when I picked it up. Or I think I thought I saw the price, but it would have been on another item, another smaller first aid kit. I thought it was like $25 or something. It was $100 when I got it to the cash register. Now, that particular store, although I like the store, they're expensive. I'm not going to say the name of the store because I don't want people not to go there, but they are expensive. They have one, I refer to it as Keene. It's not really Keene, it's Swansea. And they also have one in Brattleboro. Now, I don't know where else they might have a store, but it's a sporting goods store. I guess it's a local chain. But anyway, so, that's salt. Why buy a salt horn when I can make my own little pouch to carry salt in? So, also have some tins. What I tend to do, this tin right here, it just has miscellaneous items and items for my flintlock. But originally it came with char cloth, but I can make my own char cloth. And I actually have a tin that I put a hole in to do that with. But from time to time I go through my kit and change things out. And from talking to people online, they do the same thing. So it's like you're constantly buying stuff and replacing stuff, and of course some stuff wears out or breaks, you need to get it new. But these tins are also good to carry seasonings in. This would be great for a whole nutmeg. I could just put, or any seasoning. But I prefer the bags. Figure the bag might weigh a little less than the metal container will. So, I don't have anything for carrying medicine with me yet. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that. But anyway, so I just wanted to share that you can make your own little pouches for all sorts of things. Don't throw your scrap fabric away. Keep it. You can make stuff out of it, and you can use, look, if nothing else, this will patch a hole in a piece of clothing. So don't just get rid of stuff. I have a big piece of buckskin in my sewing kit, not the one I would take with me, but in my main sewing kit. And the only buckskin that I really use is on to help hold my belt knife onto my belt. So you don't need, well, I don't know what you do. You don't need a lot for this hobby, but it's like for me anyway, I'm always having to buy stuff. It's like, oh well, I need this for that, I need that for this, and I need to get a nipple wrench so I can put the nipple into the rifle. I don't want to do that, and I can't do it next month. Hopefully next month goes okay, but it's going to be a hard month. I know that already. But anyway, so just some information and ideas on food and how to carry food, I guess, for a trek. This is a buckskin bag, and there's a piece of buckskin inside of it. A big piece of buckskin. This I do not carry with me. It's too big. There's no need to carry that. This, I've already shown this. This has a leather thong on it. This is for my ash cake mix. I don't remember exactly what I put in it. Salt, white flour, whole wheat flour, cayenne chili. I don't remember if I put anything else in it, but that's what this is. And these are ship's biscuits. Again, a leather thong. And boy, let me tell you something about them here ship's biscuits. They're so freaking dry that you drop one from 3 inches high, they start to break. See what it looks like inside and out. That's the top and bottom. So I have extra ship's biscuits. If nothing else, we can save these for a survival situation. Some other ingredients that I would like to talk about. Oatmeal. Right now we have oatmeal. It's not what would be historically accurate for the time period because it's instant oats. And I don't think they had instant oats back then. But oats can go in a bag like this. You can buy. You would think that this being New Ireland, formerly known as New England, that maple syrup would be cheap, but it's not cheap. Not even close. Even though there's maple trees everywhere. But it's just not cheap. Now, maybe if you go to a sugar house, you can get it at a better price. I don't know. It'd probably be a better quality, that's for sure. But you can also, you can get these little, they're like candies. They're little round maple candies. I want to get some of those. One place I know of sells them for either $1 or $1.50 each. And also a little round chocolates that I want to get, and tea. I'm going to take tea with me because I love a nice cup of Earl Grey tea, nice hot cup of Earl Grey tea. Oh boy, that would be nice sitting there by a campfire, just, the sun going down, flicker of the flames, just sipping a nice cup of hot Earl Grey tea. That'd be nice. And the weather's starting to warm up, I know I miss winter. I love winter. I love the snow and I love the cold. The girlfriend isn't too fond of it, but I love it. Nobody except me, even people who were born and raised here don't like it. I love it. The first time I ever saw snow was in France. We had left Spain. We were driving through France, Francais, and my parents, they stopped the motor car, the automobile, the car, and I get out and I'm playing in this stuff, and they're like, Jaime, it's time to go. I mean, they had to say it in Spanish. I didn't speak anything but Spanish at the time. I'm like, no, and so I threw a fit, and they're like, we gotta go, and I'm like, no, I'm gonna play in the snow. But anyway, so the trek, it's coming soon. It's coming soon.